Let's begin our series on drought. And Kenya is going through an unprecedented drought in more than 40 years. So far, 29 counties are in dire need of relief food, with over 4 million people said to be surviving on relief food after failed rains for 5 consecutive seasons. The current drought can be equated to the one that swept through the country in 1982, when Kenya had to import yellow maize from Mexico.
Drought situation has taken a turn for the worst. For that, it is wise to seek the root cause of the crisis. The scorching sun, strong winds blowing off eroded soils that whimper in the air, livestock carcasses scattered all over. Dry wells is what mirrors asal areas in dry Kenya. The drought cycle in Kenya dates back to 1982, when the country had to resort to the importation of yellow maize from Mexico to bridge its grain deficit. Kenya from then has faced intermittent drought, and in 2011, the country had to come together through an initiative dubbed Kenya for Kenya, spearheaded by the Kenya Red Cross, to pool resources to help families facing hunger. In 2021, there was an increase from 1.4 million to 3.1 million of people facing starvation, prompting former President Uhuru Kenyatta to declare the situation a national disaster. For then, the situation has been deteriorating from worse to worst. The number of people in need of humanitarian assistance currently stands at 4.35 million, based on the 2022 Long Range Food and Nutritional Security Assessment Report. This is a 17% rise since May of this year. The drought situation continues to worsen, and 29 counties are on the red alert. This is attributed to the 4 successive failed rain seasons, while the 5th short rains has already delayed by a month.
I think this is a major thing, because if we are talking of 29 counties, you can understand the level of effect this drought has to for the country. We are not even sure whether this rain is going to come, so it might even go worse. So I think we must take a proactive major steps and even recall those who are involved again, so that we evaluate what we've done now, and we take more concrete steps now.
It is projected that the food security situation is likely to worsen between November to December 2022, and 4.4 million people may require assistance. Drought cycle has reduced over the years from every 10 years down to every 5 years, further down to every 2 to 3 years, and currently every year is characterized by some dry weather pattern. Many open water sources, including rivers, water ponds and dams, have dried up across pastoral and marginal agricultural livelihood zones, and other open water sources are below 40% of capacity.
In my area, there's over 300, 400 earthfill ponds, which are not helping us because rain is not coming anymore. And if it comes, it's very little. We are talking of 5 seasons without rain. We are talking of new frontiers in drought now. Migori coming in, Homa Bay coming in, Nyandarua coming in, part of Embu coming in. Everybody in Kenya now is coming into a drought.
The country is clinging at hope now with the onset of short rains, with many expecting it will reverse the dire situation, though late. Whether it is due to overall ineptitude or total carelessness, it is clear that the drought situation has become dire over the years. For Prime Edition, I am Teresa Mutai.